Oh, okay. So you good? You good with Sarah? Okay. Sarah, you coming? For you. You coming in?
No, I'm
okay,
listening,
just making sure.
Wait,
okay.
once we start, well, Rod, take it away.
So Sean going to start. Yeah, Sean will start. We'll go from there.
Do you still have to see him with the second unit as well? I mean, can he just play with the first unit all night? Or?
We have it set up where he's going to get, a certain amount of minutes. So at some point, he probably will get some looks with that second group.
Do you have a rough idea in mind for your starting group, how much you want him to go, whether it's 12 minutes or 15 or?
The 12-ish mark.
Yeah.
Let's see, around 12-ish. Because if I go over 12, you guys will kill me. So we'll go 12-ish. Thanks. That's where the four guys will play.
I mean, you've been waiting since July to kind of start to see this come together. I know it's a preseason game, but you're still interested to see what it looks like?
Yeah, we're always interested. As coaches, they've been, going against each other. So to see a different face, a different uniform. So now we have material when it comes to teaching aspects. We can, what's right and what's wrong. So this is our preseason is for us to get better. Also for us to make mistakes, because we're going to make mistakes. But how do we correct them?
How will these games help you with your in-game strategy as you prepare for the regular season to be on the bench and stuff like that?
Well, you learn very quickly. Starts after a shoot around. You have a lot of time on your hand to go for a walk, so you have to create your walking buddy, which I walk by myself. So I'll start recruiting someone to walk with me. But it's with strategy, we have a plan, but understand that plan can change, and being able to change on the fly with the guys that we have that can, have the basketball IQ, that definitely helps. So, but this is what this preseason is all about, and also the regular season is to be able to make adjustments on the go.
Is there part of you? Go ahead.
This transformation of you becoming coach, is it what you expected, or as easy as you expected?
Oh, it's not easy. No, it's not an easy transition. It's it's learning every day. You're gonna make mistakes. Being able to understand, but listen. Not just to your staff, but to your players. Having that communication. So that's something that as a player, you just kind of dealt with the ball and the guy you're just trying to get it to.
The 90 minutes before tip-off, you instinctually want to look for your jersey in the locker in there somewhere?
No, body doesn't feel like putting on the jersey.
Yeah, the three questions I think I've heard raised most about your team ever since this all kind of came together would be, the age of a couple of the guys coming in, the chemistry between everybody, and your inexperience. Are all those three things that you think are legitimate concerns going in, and which of those maybe resonates? I mean,
it depends on who you ask.
I'm asking you.
I think for us, up to this point, there's never been a young team that's won a championship. So, hopefully, as we have guys that have come with a lot of wisdom, can help us get there. And so, age, I'm not worried about. Age, we got to, as a whole, keep an eye on minutes. For everyone. Because we're not built just for 4 or 5 guys. We got 15 guys that can play. Can only play 13 at a time, but. Those guys that we do suit up can all play, so that shouldn't be a problem. But just I think this past week being at Duke, getting away, helped us, check one box, and that was getting guys to become a family. Because when you look at the other teams in this league, they've been together, and that was something that we were a little bit behind on. But I think going to Duke and spending a lot, that week down there, that definitely, helped the process.
Is there a party that feels not helpless, but when you're a player, you can go out there in the court and help. But as a coach, something on the court was not going wrong, you can't call a timeout strategy-wise. Is that something you're getting used to, not being able to help on the court and just as a coach, just trying to help out, I guess, mentally and strategy-wise?
Yeah, communication. That's the only, I can help what I see and trying to relay that to my guys. A timeout can help, But I think one of the biggest things that, when I was a player is not, just accepting the moment and, not being nervous or showing any, being calm is something that I've always taken pride in. And hopefully that will, translate with my guys is when the moment is there, those guys embrace it and accept it and run with it.
Jason, what have you enjoyed most about coaching so far?
Did I already say I apologize for all the coaches I've had? I think, the beauty of this is, trying to play it from a, different seat. Being a player on the floor, or being in a uniform, now being in a suit and trying to prepare, give my insight from what I've seen and also what I've felt that has worked to try to get these guys to execute out there on the floor. And this training camp, these guys have done everything I've asked, and so timing is everything. But I couldn't ask for a better group to coach and learn how to be a coach.
So aside from a win, what has to happen tonight for you to consider it to be a successful win?
Wins and losses right now, not the first one. The first one is about us understanding what Nets basketball is all about and executing that and doing that, starting tonight.
Once you get everybody together and Darren's in the fold too, who has the biggest adjustment of all those guys? Is it Darren because he's got to pull it together?
Well, he's been around and he's if not one of the top in this league. So I don't want to say he has the hardest. I think it'll be adjustment for everybody. Because those guys haven't played with him yet. So he's young enough to speed it, catch up. So I would hate to say that it's going to be hard for anybody. I think basketball we're not changing. It's not football. He's playing basketball. He's done it his whole life. And the way he ended the season last year, that's all we're asking him to do. Nothing more.
Do you just